If I asked you, which is faster, the Shape Builder tool or Boolean Operations, what would you say? Most people would probably choose Shape Builder. After all, it can merge, remove, and split shapes. It almost feels like it replaces the entire Boolean toolbar. But after using both tools on real projects, I've come to a different conclusion. The question isn't, which tool is better? It's when should you use each one? Because here's the interesting part. I can recreate every Boolean operation using the Shape Builder tool, but that doesn't mean I should. Sometimes, using Shape Builder is actually slower. Other times, Boolean operations become frustrating, and Shape Builder completely transforms the workflow. So in this video, we're not going to compare features, we're going to compare real workflows. I'll recreate every Boolean operation using Shape Builder, explain what each Boolean command actually does, and then we'll build a slightly complex design to see where each tool really shines. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which tool to reach for, and more importantly, why. Let's start with add. This is probably the Boolean command you'll use the most. I have 3 circles and a rectangle. With Boolean operations, I simply select everything, click add, and instantly I have one clean cloud shape. One click. Now let's do exactly the same thing using the Shape Builder tool. Instead of pressing add, I simply drag across every region I want to become part of the cloud. When I release, I get exactly the same result. So yes, Shape Builder can replace the add operation, but here's something to notice. For 4 simple shapes, clicking add was actually faster. Shape Builder works, but it wasn't really necessary. Next, let's look at subtract. 2 circles. Boolean makes this incredibly simple. Select both shapes, click subtract, and the front circle cuts away the back one. Now let's recreate the exact same moon using Shape Builder. Instead of selecting an operation, I simply remove the region I don't want, leaving only the crescent. Same final shape, different workflow. Again, for something this simple, Boolean is hard to beat. Now for intersect. This operation keeps only the area shared by both objects. Select both circles, click intersect, and only the overlapping section remains. Now with Shape Builder, instead of choosing intersect, I simply keep the middle region and remove everything else. Once again, the result is identical. Let's move on to XOR. This one's slightly less common, but it's still useful. XOR removes the overlapping section while keeping everything around it. With Boolean, it's one click. Using Shape Builder, I simply remove the shared middle region and keep the outer regions. Same final artwork. At this point, Shape Builder has recreated every Boolean operation we've used. So here's the real question. If Shape Builder can achieve all of these results, why do Boolean operations even exist? The answer is actually very simple. For small, straightforward edits, Boolean operations are incredibly fast. One click, and you're done. But that changes the moment your artwork becomes more complex. Instead of performing one Boolean operation after another, Shape Builder lets you stay focused on the artwork itself. Let me show you what I mean. This shape can't be created with a single Boolean operation. You'd have to combine multiple Boolean commands, switching between add, subtract, and other operations along the way. This is exactly where the Shape Builder tool becomes the better workflow. Let me show you. I've already arranged 5 equal circles like this. First, I'll select all of them and activate the Shape Builder tool. I'll set the action to minus. Then simply click and click over the regions I want to remove. Instead of thinking about which Boolean operation comes next, I'm simply removing the parts I don't need. In just a few seconds, the final shape starts to emerge. And there it is. The result is clean, the workflow is intuitive, and I never had to stop and switch between multiple Boolean commands. So, which one is faster? The answer is, it depends. For simple designs, Boolean operations are usually the fastest option. One click, and you're done. But as your artwork becomes more complex, the Shape Builder tool becomes the better workflow because it lets you focus on the design instead of constantly switching between Boolean commands. So don't think of these tools as competitors. Think of them as tools for different situations. Use Boolean operations for simple edits and reach for the Shape Builder tool when complexity starts to grow. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more Affinity tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one.